Hello again for another mod review of this is the GearBox mod that is in the mod hub of this game. You pretty much know where that is, but yeah, that's where it is, where you can download it. And we're just gonna go over with the simple basic functions and excuse me. I kind of did a little bit of a tweaking of my own on this to make it work with drive control. And there was one little minor conflict with the shuttle control, which there was the space bar, but I had that as the to turn it off, to turn the shuttle control on and off. Or you can use it as the shuttle control forward and back that way. But I use a different button. Okay, so just to kind of show you a little bit of a basic functions on this, I have my little cheat sheet on the side to kind of go by. Crank her up. Just one little brief thing here. May have to turn this down a little bit. Nope. Put that up. Whoops, wrong one. Right there. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, if I have deafened you or anything. So right now it's on the, you can change the type of transmission in this with the it's called the reality switch, which is the gearbox switch, but it works on certain tractors. It kind of changes the kind of type of gearbox, but even though it doesn't show right there, it probably says auto hold. Oh, never mind. Okay. But with this particular tractor, it's a little bit different. So we'll just put the plow down. Now, see, it's on automatic, and if you hold the brake long enough, it'll go into neutral. But if you just press on the gas a little bit, it just goes on its own. Shows what the power shift 1, gear 1 at 4 kilometers. Well, and that's its top speed. Current RPM 1020, and it matches pretty good with on the dash. And that 20 that is on the left side is the in kilometers. The load is at 20%. Fuel usage, auto clutch. Now you see. Now if I floor it, and it'll go through the ranges. You see now it's on power shift 4, gear 1. As you can tell that it's revving up pretty good at 2470. But you can also press the bracket key that is just above the quotation marks and that. Tell it to shift up. And there we go, power shift 4, gear 2. And also the brackets the other way, you can power shift 3, but it automatically selects it. But if you have just on a manual transmission, it'll do that. Yeah, excuse me for my sloppiness of driving. And now it's at 40%. Okay, so what I will do is I would switch to another tractor, which I never even thought that would be able to pull this. And the thing is, it doesn't matter where you have your, say like your gas pedal, it'll stay at that particular. Of course, it's using a lot of fuel on that part. So we're just going to go over and switch over to the other tractor here. And if, like I said, if you hold the brake long enough, as you see it before, I said automatic, and now it says auto hold, and so it's parked. So we will go over and switch to this one. But of course, with the gearbox, it shows a little arrow just down beside the tractor. Otherwise, with the shuttle control, it will have a green arrow in the top corner. It does take a little bit to get used to this type, because I don't have my finger on the gas, and it's still rolling. I like that realistic type rolling. When you press on the gas, it takes a little bit of time to slow down. So I give a major plus on that. That is one that the shuttle control that is lacking. With that, what I call is realistic rolling. I had it in 15 as well, and it's because when you don't have your foot on the gas and if you don't have your foot on the brake, it's going to continue on rolling. So it kind of makes, whoops, that was a fail. Okay, let's see what this. Okay, we got it on that. Now, the tree. Oh, yeah. There's that. Of course, you saw that. That was like if you want to switch back to the shuttle controller, which you can just by pressing the right shift and the semicolon or colon key, and it will deactivate that. But you have to have the engine off to do it. So next will be, well, next is, what is that other key? You have to excuse me, I'm using my cheat sheet here. Did a little bit of studying earlier. Right shift. Oh yeah, that's the gearbox on and off, but I don't need that part of it. Oops, wrong button. I know you can set this one to instead of a CVT or, oh, right, silly me. It's the right shift and the question mark key, which is simple. There we go. The more you put your foot on the gas, the more engine RPM increases. So maybe we'll try the CVT, see the difference? It seems to be a little bit more responsive. Yeah, the CVT is a continuous variable transmission, while the simple one is the, like, shifting gears, 1, 2, 3, 4, blah 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 kind of thing. Yeah. See, the load is at 100%. But we're going to do another little bit of a test on this. Yeah, see, it's under heavy duty 40 kilometers, which is the brakes are very effective. But I'm going to try with another different type of tractor. I'm going to try with the case. Yeah, pretty much it's a good idea to hold down the brake button to activate the parking brake, which is very handy. That is one thing they've missed in the in the drive control in this version of FurFur 17. Ooh, boy, that sounds different. Okay, this is on manual. Okay. Ooh, okay. Starting to like the sound for this tractor now. Whoa, okay. See, this particular tractor, you can hear that sound of the gearbox. Okay, I'm just gonna drop the weight. And I think I may drop the front loader as well. The more you press on the gas, the more oops, wrong. There we go. It certainly sounds different. See, I didn't even have to press on the brake. It just came to a roll. I know this may not be realistic to pull up the size of a plow for this tractor, but just kind of show you the difference in if I will pull this, but I highly doubt it. Got four-wheel drive on, and so that kind of gives a little bit of more realistic on the transmission working like that, to trying to shift gears and trying to make it work. Now there's a where you can switch from manual to automatic. I did not see that part. I wonder if there's a way to change the... Try it at 4 miles an hour, and it says that press key, the delete key, to keep up with the speed. Okay, that doesn't seem to really work too well. It's pulling it. But you'll be going through a lot of a lot of fuel with this. So yeah, this is, I know it's a little kind of give a little bit of a brief on how this all works, and so so that's a little bit of a I know the last part was a little bit of ridiculous. So if there's any other questions that you want to know about, I can happy to answer them for you. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.